Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, sleepyhead. It's time to watch Dream Sequence.
Awesome.
Okay, now what?
I don't know. Introducing ourselves?
Yes.
You want to go first?
No, because I just spoke last. So you have to go first.
I don't even know what to say.
That's why I kept. Like, do we need a script? That's why I kept asking you this.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Well, what do they
Because you don't know, like,
What do they need to know? My name's Kendrick.
yeah, that's it.
That's it. We made this, are making this because we want to talk about movies and other forms of media, not just movies, I guess. Music and shows, and some other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Media in general. My name's Kendrick,
I'm Olivia.
and we're making this because, well, we like movies and other forms of media that we'll be talking about. And might just be me, but some of the incels, the movie incels, sorry, film bro is the appropriate term. Maybe they shouldn't be having podcasts.
Well, it's a pretty controversial hot take for the first episode of our podcast, but most men should not have a podcast or access to the internet.
Exactly. But me, I'm the exception.
This one's okay because he's my boyfriend, so that's why.
Oh yeah, I guess we
Yeah, I
probably
was.
should have said that.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I was just gonna
We
let
are
you.
dating.
Yeah. He was just like, that's unimportant, I guess.
I guess we should have said that.
I feel like that one makes more sense. Like, I don't. Like, I feel like that's a big reason.
Yeah, I actually don't know her at all.
I've never met this man before in my entire life.
Yeah.
He's got me in a closet. I'm a hostage. Help.
I have nothing to say about that. That is up
Don't know
for
if
the
it's true.
audience. That's up for the audience to decide. Today we're actually, since it's the first episode, we're going to be talking about let's see, what do I have my notes up? Our general top 5 movies, just generally of all time, our 5 favorite movies. Then we're going to talk about 2025 in review. Granted, we didn't see like 5 to 10. That's probably a little less than that. It's probably like 5 to 8.
It's probably more than that, in my opinion. But we like movies.
A normal amount.
Yeah. We're not. I don't think that either of us are snobs about movies. I think we can be snobs about particular things regarding movies and the people that watch them.
Mm-hmm.
However, we don't see every movie ever to exist. It's hard to make that work sometimes. Yeah. So,
granted, it's not that we don't want to see them.
Yeah.
It's just hard to make the time to go and see all of them. We are not unemployed.
There's a lot of movies in 2025 that I still really want to see. We haven't had the chance to watch them yet. So, hopefully we'll make it happen soon.
Hopefully.
I don't know.
1 billion subscribers and we'll watch every movie from 2025 ever.
Yeah.
Yes. And then we have our 2026 movie goals.
Yeah.
So just if there are certain movies you want to watch in 2026 or how many, not that I guess.
That makes sense. I didn't write anything down because I wasn't sure what he meant by that when he sent it to me. So I was just kind of like, okay. That was the one thing I wasn't prepared for. I don't know what that means. So.
Well, just like how if you want to watch a certain amount of movies or If there are certain movies that you've been meaning to watch and
Yeah.
haven't gotten to it,
Okay.
I guess that can
That
be
makes sense.
that's something that you can put down. Or if you can think of them, I guess is what I meant.
Yeah.
But I think what else do we have to say?
I don't know. We could just get into it.
Just get into the top
Yeah.
fives.
Yeah. So obviously this is our first episode of the podcast, so we didn't really plan an introduction, but I feel like a top 5 of our favorite movies ever type thing is a pretty good introduction on the types of stuff that we like and like to talk about. So
Yeah.
we could just go from there.
Okay. Do you want to start or do you want me to? Do you want to talk about each movie? Or how do you want to go about that?
I mean, yeah, I think we should talk about it. Explain why we like it.
Yeah, just a couple of things that we like.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to list all of them first and then
No.
or talk about each one as we
Talk about each one as we go.
Okay.
You can go first.
Okay, fine. So do you want to list all 5 movies and then we'll talk about them done individually, or do you want to say one, talk about it, like we go back and forth?
We could just list them, I guess, if that's what you want to do. I don't really care. I kind of like the talk back and forth, but just do whatever you want.
Okay. Well, let me rattle mine off. And
Okay.
then we can do that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so top 5, I have Fight Club, American Psycho, 7, Interstellar, and The Wolf of Wall Street.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
Film Bro Wet Dream. Yes, I am actually kidding, sort of. Well, yeah, I guess I'm kidding.
I mean, those are, I guess.
Look,
out of all of them, I've seen like one of them, and it's a good. Well, 2 of them. They're good movies, but that's some.
Look,
that's some film bro shit if I've ever heard of it.
I've seen all of them. Obviously,
I refuse to watch The Wolf of Wall Street,
exactly.
just so you know. I will never watch that movie ever.
So, I have seen all 5 of those movies. None of those movies are in my top 5 because of the film bro. You can't talk about them without this man getting in your face telling you they're the greatest movies ever made.
There's that, and then there's the misogyny aspect of a lot of it. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say Interstellar has really anything to do with misogyny. That's a great movie, but people are really intense about it. Yes. I saw it one time, and granted, I was like 13, so I wasn't really, I don't know. I saw it in theaters. I wasn't really into it like a lot of people are, but it's a good movie.
Yeah. I never saw Interstellar in theaters when it came out, but earlier this year or sometime last year, I can't remember, I saw it in IMAX, and then obviously after I saw it, I told you that it was
really good.
Yeah, it's a great movie. A lot of people call it boring. Obviously, the whole like space aspect doesn't interest a lot of people, but I think seeing it in IMAX made it not as boring as watching it at home.
Yeah, that makes sense. I will say, if I can recall correctly, when I came out of that theater as a 13-year-old, I did actually remember tearing up or crying. And now that's really easy for me to do, but back then I would never do shit like that, so I guess that helps.
Yeah, that makes
its
sense.
case.
Okay,
Anyways,
not my real top 5.
yeah,
That's for
I
clickbait.
would
That is
sure,
clickbait
I would
purposes.
sure hope not. Also, I just want to say I've never seen Fight Club, but I'm pretty sure I would like it a lot. So, but anyways,
Not
actual top 5
yes,
now.
not my actual top 5. That was for clickbait purposes. So you still want me to go first,
Sure.
and we'll one by one.
Yeah, we can go one by
Okay.
one. Do you want to
I
go back and forth?
I
Like
pick one and then
one?
you pick one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So also, I don't really have mine in any kind of
Order.
yeah. Like I don't think I have a number one. So it's just like 5 movies that I think are in my top 5.
Mine's the same. I don't have them in any particular order. However, I do have.
One movie that is.
No, I have 4 honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, I think
So.
I have 3. I have
Okay.
3 honorable
Then they're
mentions.
kind of equal. Yeah, that's fine.
So it's okay. Okay, so
Should we do honorable mentions first?
oh yeah,
Okay.
we can rattle. Do you want to rattle off the
Yeah.
honorable mentions?
Yeah.
And then we'll talk one by one.
I think since he's talked enough,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go ahead. So my honorable mentions, and you'll see a theme I think throughout all of my favorite movies. But at first, all I had written down, well, scratch that. My honorable mentions are Empire Records, Dazed and Confused, Practical Magic, and Grease. Grease I wrote down last. I do have to give an explanation for that. I have been watching that movie over and over. Well, not over and over, but I've been watching that movie since I was like 4 years old, and I could watch it every day probably. So, it's not on my top 5, but it's one of those where it's just like historically that's been there for me. So,
That makes sense.
mhm.
And it's funny. Well, I guess not funny, but like just this year, you showed me Practical Magic for the first time. But I
Mhm.
think you said something about watching it last year,
Mhm.
and we never did.
Well, I watched it last year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just funny that it's like in your
Honorable
honorable
mention.
mention and
Yeah, because I haven't really talked about it a lot, but like since I watched it again last year and then watched it again this year, I was like, actually, I really love this movie because when I first watched it, I was like, oh my god,
yeah.
I was probably 15 or something.
And
So,
it's very good. It
mhm,
was very good. It's like the time of when you watch it like during Halloween and like the fall time just makes it was very good.
mhm. It's also Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's so funny. I just realized, Channing Stockard, she's in Practical Magic. She plays one of the ants. Is also Rizzo in Grease, so it's funny
Oh
that
wow.
she's in
I didn't know
2
that.
of my honorable mentions.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I don't remember any of the characters' names in Greece. So
it's fine.
so you saying that I have no idea who you're
You
talking
don't know
about.
who I'm talking about,
No.
but it doesn't matter. She's the one. She's like you know how there's the pink ladies.
Yeah.
She's like the main bitch,
Oh.
essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
She's the one that
Makes sense.
sings. You probably wouldn't actually
No,
remember the
I
song, so
wouldn't
never mind.
remember. So my honorable mentions are Monsters Inc., Whiplash. Hey, I'm sorry, Film Bro take, but it's not in my top 5, so I don't think it really counts.
I'm actually really surprised it's not in his top 5 because
Yeah.
anytime that movie is on a streaming service and we like go over it, he either watches the preview or he's like, "Ah, we should watch that." Like that is in my opinion, one of your favorite movies. So I'm really surprised it's not like a top
Well,
5.
I think the other movies that I have in my actual top 5, which I could be wrong and I don't know anything about myself, but I think the movies that I have in my actual top 5 I do like or enjoy more than Whiplash, and it could change.
We'll see, I guess.
It could change. And then my last one is As Above, So Below,
Mm.
which people think that movie is horrid and terrible, but I love found footage movies so much that it's like my favorite found footage movie. I can't.
Yeah. That's like one of the first movies we ever watched together. So
Mm-hmm.
I could see that. I also do like that movie because of the memory, but because I think that he likes it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think have we only watched it that one time? I feel like we've watched it twice. But we
I
also
think so.
got into a point where we were watching found footage movies.
Were we? Like a lot? Or just
Kind of like it would be like every so often, but it was like in the same like time period.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay, well,
Okay.
now that we've got the
I'll
honorable mentions out of the way, who wants to go first? I guess I'll go first
Yeah,
because
you
you
can go
just went. Yeah, okay. So are we going back and forth?
Yeah, we can go back.
Okay. So I will say my first one. And I have written down Lords of Dogtown. It's probably, I know I said I didn't have a number order, and I don't think that I do, but this is the one that I tell everybody is my favorite movie.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody asks, oh, what's your favorite movie? This is it.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I feel like I have to lead with that one. If you don't know what it is, it's a movie about skateboarders. It's basically about how skateboarding gained traction and popularity as a sport and like competition sport. With the Z Boys, the Zephyr skating team. It's got some of my favorite actors, and I will say a lot of them are my favorite actors probably because of this movie. But Heath Ledger's in it, and he's awesome. And then Emilio Hirsch. No, I just got him and Emilio Estevez mixed up for a second. Emil Hirsch. Yeah. I he's one of those where it's like I will watch a movie if he's in it because he's in my favorite movie. I get that way a lot about actors. And then Michael and I never know how to say his last name. And it's like Michael Angarano or something.
Oh,
he's the one that's in Sky High.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's in it.
In that movie.
Yeah. But that's my favorite movie. I personally don't skateboard myself, but I have been obsessed with skateboarding as a I don't even I don't even know how to describe it.
As
like a
culture?
Kind of, but also not really. It's really hard to explain. I just like skateboarding and skateboarding movies. I like when it's involved in things. So when I first saw that movie, I was in 7th grade, I think, maybe 8th grade.
The most formative years of your life.
Exactly. And it just kind of changed me as a person. And that's dramatic, but it's also the truth. So it's just kind of been up there for me forever. Yeah. I used to watch it every year on my birthday. I don't do that anymore because it's like...
Oh, you can keep talking.
I don't know. I got tired of it at a point, but I haven't seen it in a while, so maybe I'll watch it again this year.
Yeah, we haven't watched it since we first started dating.
Yeah. It was when we first started talking.
Oh, we didn't even watch it together.
Yeah,
I watched it.
Yeah, we didn't watch it together. He said, "What movie should I watch?" And I told him to watch that one because it's my favorite.
And I did. And it's also a amazing movie.
Yeah,
it was very good. I also like skateboarding, Tony Hawk, playing Tony Hawk growing up, and all that stuff is in the most formative years of my life. I didn't know they made it because I had never heard of it until she told me about it, but I'm glad she did. I almost forgot as well. Like, I can't even believe this. It's directed by Catherine Hardwicke, and she's one of my favorite directors. I think it makes it so much better, and you'll hear me talk about this a lot. I'm sorry. I know the film bros are going to eat me alive, but I think it makes it so much better that it was directed by a woman. And she also is the one that directed the first Twilight, and she directed the movie 13, if you've ever seen it.
And Nikki Reed is like her muse, so Nikki Reed is in like all of her movies.
That's cool.
Mhm.
I didn't know that. Um, I don't know which. I don't know which one to talk about. I guess. I guess recency bias. We'll talk about this one. If you think you can guess, what is it?
Oh, Wake Up Dead Man.
No.
No?
No.
Wait, don't say wait. Recency bias.
Mm-hmm.
Marty Supreme?
No. No. Film bro take.
um
One
Okay,
more guess.
yeah, wait, one more guess.
One more guess. It was this year, obviously.
It came out this year?
No, it didn't come out this year, but I watched it this year for the first time.
Oh, Ocean's 11.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's and if I were to put them in number order, that one is probably like 3 to 5. But when I watched it for the first time, it was just incredible. Now, whether or not it passes the Bechdel test or
I was
all
gonna
of
s-
that,
I was gonna say that I have argued with him that I think that I mean it doesn't pass the Bechdel test, but when we watched it because he made me watch it, I did rate it like 5 stars,
yeah.
so I can't really complain about it too much, I guess. But
But it as soon as I watched it, I was like, holy crap, this is like one of the best movies that I've ever seen. It's just so like when you think about and I can't remember the exact year, but I'm pretty sure it was like the 90s or not 90s, but like 2001 or 2002 or something. Like when you just think about 2000s, like cool guy. Obviously, Brad Pitt is not the best person ever. I don't. He's
yeah,
terrible.
fuck that guy.
Yeah, but him and George Clooney and Matt Damon, like all of the guy, Don Cheadle is in the movie, and he's so funny. It's just, it's just such a cool movie, and I love heist movies. Heist movies are so fun, and
Yeah,
I was on a big heist kick
he was.
for a couple of months
Yeah.
this year.
What was I gonna say about that? Oh, I was gonna say I feel like because you said it's like a cool guy movie. That's how I feel about Lords of Dogtown. It came out in the
Yeah.
early 2000s. Came out in 2005. To me, it's like a cool, like it's just so 2000s cool, even though it was set in the 70s.
Yeah.
So I feel the same way about that movie as well. It's different because it's like a lesser known movie, so it's not like on everybody's radar. But
I feel like in some ways that makes it like better or more special that not a lot of people know about it.
yeah,
And it's like your favorite movie, but then like a couple months ago or something, you had seen that somebody put like Lords of Dogtown in like as some of their favorite movies.
Don't even let me get me started. I was about to say, like, you started
and
saying
it just
that.
like it I not that it ruins it, but it's like I like you are very much like that.
Yes.
I liked this before you and all of that.
I wouldn't put it in those words, but yeah, I do have an individuality complex. It's because I tend to like things a lot and like them very intensely. So I'm like, well, you don't like it the same way that I do, and you will never understand. And that's how I feel about that movie. Also, when I watched it, like I said, formative years, I was in 7th grade. That's not a movie that anybody I knew had ever heard of, talked about, anything like that. So seeing it online now and seeing it in people's recommendations, I'm like, no, like no, please.
Keep
that's
away from
that's
my movie. That is my
so,
movie.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Also, that movie doesn't pass the Bechdel test either.
No, it
so
does not.
we talked about that.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny.
Anyways.
Number 2.
Okay. Number 2, I'll just go in order because, like I said, I don't have a particular order, but another Heath Ledger movie. I'll let you guess.
Me guess?
No,
Oh.
the audience.
They're gonna say The Dark Knight.
Nope. Um, it is 10 Things I Hate About You. I love that movie. Again, kind of funny that Heath Ledger's in my two of my top
Yeah.
fives. But I do really like him as an actor. He is like quintessential cool guy, if
He
you
is.
ask me. Um, but I just really love that movie. It's so funny. Of course, it's smart because it's
Mm-hmm.
based off Shakespeare, which
Yeah.
I mean, and um, Pat Stratford is an icon to me. Definitely after I watched it for the first time, it changed me.
She's just so like quippy in it,
Yeah,
and
she's
like
just
they
like
wrote her
yeah,
so well. I feel
she's
like.
just like the riot girl bitch, and I say bitch with all the love in the world when I use that word, especially towards these like female characters. I don't mean it derogatorily. Like that's just who she is.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just so herself, and I just feel like that's a really great inspiration for girls. And I like that it's a love story, but it's not like this girl pining over a guy and she doesn't, like there's
Yeah.
hurt in the movie, but she is stronger than that throughout the entire movie, where it's just kind of like she doesn't even, it affects her, of course, but like her willpower and her um self-image is like stronger than
Yeah.
that of a guy.
Yeah.
Like I mean, she spends half the movie being like I don't date and I
Yeah.
won't date.
Exactly.
So,
It is a very good movie. We got
mhm.
to see it in theaters.
Oh yeah.
That was so awesome.
Mhm.
Even though obviously the theater was gonna be crowded and
Yeah.
whatnot, like it's a very popular movie.
Yeah.
Um, but seeing it was so cool.
Mhm.
And a lot of the movies that like re-releases that we have gone to, I'm so glad we could find the time whenever they came out, because there's a lot of them if we didn't get to, I would probably be upset.
Yeah.
There
Yeah, I agree with that. That's like one of like I don't know. I'm glad I got to see it in theaters too cuz it was already one of my favorite movies, but I think the movie theater experience, this is something we talk about a lot,
Yeah.
just amplifies how good a movie is to
Yeah.
me, to him.
Hmm.
Yeah. So,
And I think that could also like I guess kind of be a bad thing, because you see a movie in theaters and it it elevates it to such a point, and then afterwards if you watch it at home, not it could still be a good movie, but you watch it at home and you're like, "Oh,
yeah.
this isn't as good as I maybe thought it was, or it obviously wasn't as good as seeing it in a theater."
Yeah, it gives the rating like the movie theater buff,
Yeah.
I guess.
Like at least
Yeah.
1.5, maybe 1 star
Yeah, it
for
could.
seeing it in the movie
Yeah,
theater.
exactly. It could change the range that
Yeah.
much. So,
Especially if the music is great,
that's a big
and
part
even
of
just
it.
like the sound design of
Mhm.
the movie. Like if I watched Warfare
Mhm.
earlier this year, obviously, and the sound design in that movie was great, but watching it at home, not good.
Yeah. So,
So, my number 2, I'm just reading it down the list now, is Adventureland.
yeah.
I I don't even I don't remember the first time that I watched it, but I'm pretty sure I was in high school
Mm.
because my mom had the DVD, and Jesse Eisenberg is probably one of my favorite actors. He is so great. Um, but Adventureland, coming of age story, Jesse Eisenberg. It is very weird. Maybe not the movie itself, but I Kristen Stewart is like 17 in the movie, or she was 17 at the time of them filming it.
Mm.
So Ryan Reynolds, and who was probably like late 20s or something, and Jesse Eisenberg, who was also probably in his early 20s, it makes it makes the movie weird.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like I
I didn't know
remember.
that until earlier, like a couple months ago,
Oh,
maybe.
okay. Yeah, because I was going to say I thought we talked about that before, and maybe it was just because you told me about it, but I didn't know that when I watched the movie. It's kind of funny, though, because I tried to watch that movie once, like way before we even started dating.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I might have also been in high school, and I turned it off. Probably, I think it's at the part where they're like in the part at the party or whatever. Is it at her dad's house?
Oh yeah, because their parents are gone.
Yeah, and then I think Ryan Reynolds shows up or he's there. It's like some
Okay.
conversation that
Yeah,
they were
maybe.
having and then I turned it off cuz I was like, "Eh."
Yeah,
But then when we watched it together, I was like, "Oh, this is actually a pretty good movie."
yeah. I love that movie so much. And I think I don't know if it's because of Jesse Eisenberg or I can't remember the guy that plays his friend in the movie with the glasses. I can't remember his
Martin
name.
Starr.
Yes.
Mhm.
But he is so funny in that movie too, and just something I you know this about me. I romanticize a lot of like random things, I guess. Not random, but something we'll be watching something and then I'm like, "Oh,
I wish I could do
I
that.
wish
I
I
wish I
could
could work at a theme park in the
yes, I wish I
summer.
could work
Yeah.
at a theme park during the summer
Yeah.
before like going back to school for senior year or
Yeah.
they're going to college, but like just
Still.
a
Yeah.
like crappy summer job and then like all this
Yeah, that
it's just so good.
whole
They're getting high and like drinking, like
Well, I think that you already know this, but the audience will notice a pattern within my movies where mine are pretty much all coming of age movies, and it's
mhm.
because I'm addicted to that feeling.
Yeah,
And I love that feeling when I watch movies. So all of these movies that I talk about, it's like I would want to live there if I could.
yeah,
Like I would want to be there if I could. So that's kind of I understand that fully, especially because I love a coming of age movie. That is my favorite genre. So
yeah. That makes sense. Number
speaking of
3,
which, yeah,
coming of age movie.
yeah, I'm gonna go out of order a little bit. At least out of the order I have written down. But I will say Lady Bird. Um, I don't know how to. I know that that is the quintessential girl movie answer, but like down to a T, I have felt like Lady Bird, been in Bird's shoes. Um, when my mom and my sister watched it together without me, and then they told me after the fact, "Oh, you would love that movie. Like this is so you." And so I watched it with that in mind. I don't know. I don't know when it came out. I was definitely still a teenager when I watched it. Um,
I think it came out
I want to
in
say
like 20.
17.
Oh, really? I was
Yeah,
gonna say before that, but
maybe before. I think it was like 2017. And so with that in mind, I was like, "Oh damn." After I watched it, it's really funny actually because there's a bit in there where Christine, Lady Bird, um like she has a boyfriend who ends up being gay, and that happened to me in high school. So like down to a T, I was like, I'm Lady Bird. Like
that is
that's yeah. I just think that's a really funny thing. But other than that, like the whole tumultuous relationship between her and her mom as
yeah,
well is so relatable for me. And yeah, I just think it's a beautiful story
it is.
and just so teenage girl. So
I think we've watched. Well, obviously, I don't know the rest of the movies that you have on your top 5, but I think we've watched all 3 of these so far, right?
yes.
Together,
Yeah.
together, or
Yeah,
I
we've
guess I watched.
watched
Have we watched Lords of Dogtown together,
maybe. I told you
or
I used to watch it on my birthday every year, and I think
mhm,
maybe for one of my birthdays, maybe like
the last one or the one before that?
yeah, we probably watched it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
And if it wasn't on my birthday, we probably I feel like we
just at
have.
a
Yeah,
random
yeah, I feel like we have.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. that's I don't even know what I was gonna say.
That's all I have to say about Lady Bird, though. I feel like I don't know. It's really hard for me to explain. Like, I just love that movie.
Mm-hmm. And
Saoirse Ronan does such a
oh
good
yeah, she's so
job.
great.
She's such a good actress, and it's just so like it's so whimsical, but also
Mm-hmm.
so painfully real at the same time. Again, it's a coming of age movie, and
Yeah.
that's like what they all are. So that's yeah, I just love it.
Yeah. And there's how many? It's what her, Timmy.
Mhm.
There's someone else who got kind of or has a little bit of
I think it's
traction. Not
well,
not immediately after, but like they're pretty. Her and Timothy Chalamet
yeah,
are obviously like quite big names
yeah.
now. I just can't remember. I don't remember who all is in that movie, but
I don't remember his name. Um, I will say Beanie Feldstein's in it, and she's
oh, her
pretty well
best
known.
friend is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, she's pretty well known. But the guy that she dates who ends up being gay, I don't remember his name. I don't remember the name
Oh,
of the actor, but he's pretty
yeah.
like I wouldn't say
I can.
he's
I think
huge, but he's prevalent. Like
I can see his
yeah, I've
face.
seen
I
him in a
just
lot.
I
So
don't remember his name.
yeah, he's also in mid '90s, which I don't really like that movie, but
I need to watch
he's
it.
an asshole in that movie.
Yeah, that little kid is an asshole in that movie too. All the all
Well,
the
he plays his older brother.
oh okay.
Yeah.
All the clips that I see of that movie, that little
Yeah.
kid is a bastard. Um, but I guess that's the whole point.
Yeah, I
Like he's a
guess.
skater
Yeah.
kid. He's rebelling against his mom.
I will say I've seen it only once and I fell asleep during it, so I missed like part of it and then
Yeah.
I woke up at the end. Um I don't
Eh.
know. As far as skating movies go, Lords of Dogtown is number 1. So also Jonah Hill was the director of
Oh
that one.
what?
So
What the heck?
I don't really fuck with him like that
I didn't know that.
except for Super.
Except for Super Bad.
Yeah.
Oh, now that I think about it, I should have put that
Honorable
as
mention.
an honorable mention.
Yeah, same.
Let's talk about Super Bad really quick because we talked about it not that long ago, like a couple weeks ago. And
Not even a couple weeks ago, like
it was probably
literally
sometime
this
last
week.
or yeah, I guess we talked about it again. But
Yeah.
for the first time, I said something about it. And Fogel is the only, like, rewatching it, Fogel is the only good part of that movie. Everything else is just so, like, I don't even care.
Yeah. I was telling him because we brought it up. We were talking about how funny it is, and I was like, literally, his parts of the movie are the best parts. Like when he's with the cops, like
Yeah.
literally every single portion of his storyline, his B plot is so much better than the A plot that it's
It
ridiculous.
is.
Like I don't, as much as I love Michael Cera,
Yeah,
like
Michael Cera's just so
the
great.
whole A plot is kind of just annoying to me. Like I hate
Yeah,
I hate Jonah Hill in that movie.
Yeah.
He is so fucking annoying. Even though he thinks McLovin is annoying. He is
Yeah.
the annoying one in my opinion. He's just
yeah, he
fucking
is.
everything up the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But those, those memes where it's like so and so A plot and then it's another, like, whoever the secondary character is B plot and they're fighting for their
Yeah.
life. That's like basically what the movie is.
Yes.
But
He's having the fucking time of his
Yeah.
life. Like he's actually like
I am McLovin.
it's so good.
He's just he is so funny. And I mention it every time he comes up, but he's the guy who does those radio. Well,
Mhm.
I don't know if he does anymore, but
Christopher Mintz.
there's a video of him doing
Yeah.
like 98 point,
Yeah.
like just something like
He does
radio
crazy
thing.
voices.
It's so funny
Yeah.
though. I should have put that movie in my honorable mention.
Same actually. It is one of
Or
my favorites.
I'll put it in my honorable mention, but it's the 25 minutes or whatever that Fogel is in it only.
It's only
That's it.
Fogel.
Yeah, just him. Super bad edit, but it's only Fogel.
That used to be that movie used to be one of those movies where if I saw it on streaming and I had nothing else to watch, I would turn it on.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just like yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a universally loved movie though.
No matter where it
Yeah.
is,
Where it is,
the
what time of day
Yeah,
I will watch
that is,
it.
that's so funny. what do I what do I want to say next? Well, we just mentioned Michael Cera, so if you could take a guess, what is it?
Scott Pilgrim versus the
Yes.
World. I don't know why I was blanking for a second.
Also, a I wouldn't really say film bro movie, but it is a movie that just like men in general love, I feel like, because it's video game and like all this stuff, but it's such a great movie. Granted, Scott Pilgrim is a shithead and he's kind of narcissistic and he's dating a fucking 17-year-old at the beginning of the
Yeah.
movie
Yeah.
and like
I
shitty
will
to his
say
friends.
I will say no, I don't know. Cuz it's kind of written into the story, so it's whatever, but he dates knives, but he doesn't ever like he I'm pretty sure they say it at one point like they don't do
Yeah,
anything.
I think there's a part in it where he's like, we held hands once.
Yeah, and like that's it. It's still shitty. It's still fucked
Yeah.
up, but yeah, I agree with you. I do think it's kind of it's a movie that a lot of men like, and
Mhm.
it's because there's also
The video game.
not even just that. There's the Manic Pixie Dream Girl. I
Oh
feel like
yeah,
people like skirt,
fetishize
and skirt around that fact sometimes when they're talking about it, but like men love Ramona Flowers.
yes they do.
I love Ramona Flowers. My hair is cut like hers. So
Yeah, it's just the visuals though in it are so good. They do like the video game thing so well,
they
and
do.
playing a lot of video games when I like growing up and watching it for the first time. I'm pretty sure I was younger,
Mhm.
and it was just I was like, oh, this is so cool. And he plays the bass, and he has a band. And whether or not they're a trash like shitty indie band, I listen to the songs just by themselves.
Yeah.
Like they're just so good to me.
Yeah. That's one of those movies where it's like stellar cast in my opinion, and then it has the things that I love. Music, bass
Mhm.
specifically, and then skateboarding.
Yeah,
I know it's just the one part, but yeah,
Chris Evans.
yeah. It's just it is so visually appealing
Yeah,
too because there's just so many colors and it's well written.
yeah.
And obviously it came from comic books, so
Hmm.
that's cool too to
The
adapt.
graphic novel.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I guess a
whenever they
graphic
came out with
novel.
it on Netflix, we watched it.
Yeah.
It was good too.
Yeah.
Um,
It's really interesting.
what was I gonna say? I don't remember.
Was it about the cast?
I think so, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, just Captain America, I guess.
Oh, Chris Evans. I was like, who?
I think it was something about the cast.
Meanwhile.
Just like all of the Chris Evans, Michael Cera,
Yeah. Chris
Mary Elizabeth
Evans.
Winstead.
Yeah. Mae Whitman.
Who was that?
Kieran Culkin.
Oh yeah,
Uh
Kieran.
Kieran. I know of
Hold that real
somebody.
quick.
No, I know of somebody named Kieran, I think. So I don't know who, but Kiernan Shipka, that's who I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah.
But Kieran Culkin. Mae
What's that guy's?
Mae Whitman is the one who plays her ex-girlfriend.
Oh, okay, I didn't know
Mhm.
that. And Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah, I forgot
I
about
love that guy
him.
so much
I love
too.
him too.
He's so good in
I
that movie.
forgot about that.
But I feel like he's so good in
Everything.
everything that he's in because
Mhm.
we watched Asteroid City
Yeah.
and he's in that and he's very
Well,
good.
he's a big like
Is he a theater guy?
Wes Anderson. Like he's one of Wes Anderson's like reoccurring actors.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Mhm. Next. Okay.
Number 4.
Yeah.
I think. Is that number 4?
Yeah. So I'll backtrack.
My feet are hurting.
Again, I'm not even like I have an order written down, but no particular order. My next favorite
Oops.
my next favorite or top 5 is The Virgin Suicides. This one's a little bit like the reasoning for it's a little bit different, I feel like. I really love the movie, but I love the book more. I read the book in high school And I had seen the movie before that, but reading the book made it so much better to me. And then I
Yeah.
rewatched it, obviously. And I think it's funny because it's a very male gazy
Yeah.
like book.
Well, I guess
And
I wouldn't know.
yeah, you haven't seen it, have you? Okay.
It's
I
sorry. It's the only one.
on my list.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I assume I haven't seen.
Yeah. Um I got to see it in theaters as well, and I really loved it. I was with my best friends, but they did not like it as much, and I was like, "What the actual fuck are you talking about?" Um but it's just such a good movie. I think that it's beautifully tragic. I think that's the
Yeah.
best way to describe it. I mean, although it is male gazy, there is, even though they all die, there
Dang,
is,
spoilers. Spoiler warning. What the heck?
it's literally in the title.
That doesn't mean anything. One of them could have, I don't know. Whatever.
It's literally in the title. Like, you know that it's literally at the beginning of the movie. Like,
No, I didn't know that. I had no idea.
Okay, well, it's in the title. So, and I'm pretty sure I've told you that. Anyways, even though they all die, there's some form of empowerment to it because they do it as a means of like escape, which I guess is kind of sad, but I don't know. It's kind of like they were treated as objects by everyone, like all the men, and then even like their parents didn't treat them with any autonomy. So, although I wouldn't promote suicide, I do think that the story is beautiful, um, in a fucked up way.
Yeah.
And then the movie, like Kirsten Dunst plays Lux. Lux is my favorite. I feel like Lux is everyone's favorite. I mean, she is kind of the main one that the story is even about. Although there's 4 other sisters. And then Josh Hartnett's in it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And I love Josh Hartnett because of that movie. And
Except
randomly,
for Trap.
yeah. It's funny that you say that because his name is Trip in the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But randomly Hayden Christensen's in it for like 2 seconds.
What?
Yeah, it's really funny. It's
What
really
the heck?
funny. Yeah. It was before Star Wars, so kind of funny. But yeah, there's just a lot of like, I think again watching that as a teenager who was very I guess depressed and just kind of a wild child in a way. Um I just thought it was really dreamy. It does have a very dreamlike quality to it, like the entire thing. It's also a Sofia Coppola movie, so of course it's kind of dreamy.
Yep.
But I just love that movie.
And I've never seen it, and she spoiled it for me.
I don't think that counts. It's in the title.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know they died at the beginning.
They don't
I didn't know they died at all.
die. Oh, okay.
You just said they died.
They do.
They kill themselves at the beginning of the movie.
No. They die at the end of the movie.
What?
But they mention it, like the whole movie is about how they killed themselves. So like they are talking about it from the beginning. It's not like the story is told from the perspective of the boys that watch them and that are obsessed with them, which is why it's male gazy.
Yeah.
But so yeah, so that's already like it's established at the very beginning.
I
It's
didn't
not
know
really a spoiler cuz they talk about it throughout
Okay.
the whole thing. Like that is the whole movie.
I didn't know that. But
Yeah.
I guess it's not a spoiler.
It's not.
Whatever.
At least not in my opinion. I'm pretty sure it's like straight up. She was the still point of the turning world, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, not even speaking of, you just said man, and we watched Five Nights at Freddy's, or whenever it came out, and Matthew Lillard, and then we watched some of Scooby Doo 2 days ago or yesterday. But Matthew Lillard, I'm getting off track, but Matthew Lillard cannot play a role where he doesn't end a sentence with man.
Yeah, he does it. He literally does it in everything.
Yeah, just everything.
Matthew Lillard, because I mentioned earlier that Emil Hirsch is like one of those actors that I'll watch if he's in it. Matthew Lillard is that times 10. Like, I've
Yeah.
seen almost his entire filmography. So, yeah. And he's got a lot of the greatest hits.
He does. He does
in
have.
my opinion.
I haven't seen all of his movies, but
Yeah. He's in a lot of like really random ones, but like Scream, obviously,
Yeah.
both the Scooby Doo movies. SLC Punk is a really good movie. It's one of, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. It's not on my top 5, but I do really like that movie.
if we push it to 10, would it be in there? Can you? I don't even.
I don't
I
think so, honestly, because
Oh,
I
really?
practically had 10 that I,
Oh, yeah, I guess with
wrote
honorable-
down anyways.
With honorable mentions.
Yeah,
you
I
can
would
then-
put it maybe top 15
Oh, okay.
or top 20. I feel like that's, yeah. I've seen a lot of movies. I feel like
I don't watch bad movies.
exactly. I don't watch bad movies.
What was I gonna say? I don't even know.
It's time for your next
one?
one.
Which ones have I done? I've done 3, right? Okay, so
Yeah.
we're gonna go to Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is, aside from Into and Across the Spider-Verse, it's probably the greatest animated movie ever made. It's the greatest Pixar movie ever made, but the first time that I saw it when I was a kid, we had it on VHS. And that in and of itself, anytime I watch it, is enough to just make me cry. I watched it not that long ago again after I hadn't watched it in a long time. But it's just so good. Whenever and I think I told you this, whenever I got my first job, it was like the first DVD that I bought ever.
Yeah, you did tell me
As
that.
soon as I bought it on Blu-ray and then I watched it, it just looks so amazing. It's animated, but it looks like the animation is so good. I don't even know what to say. It's just I love it so much. It's so like cute, and the whole his dad is scared of everything, and then he goes on this journey to find his son because he has to, and then he's not scared anymore, and it's so good.
Yeah.
I love it so much. And Dory is so funny. Like, and then everyone that he meets, the turtles are hilarious. The fish that help him and Dory get to the EAC, that part is hilarious. And whenever I was watching it back, you can like, obviously I guess only one fish is talking, but there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, they like zoom in or get up close to them, and I think you can see all of them moving their mouths. So you don't even really know if just one of them is talking or if they all just sound like as one.
Yeah.
But I love that movie so much. It reminds me so much of my childhood, and I think that's why
That
I
makes
love
sense.
it so much.
Yeah.
It's just so good.
I think that's really cute. I wouldn't say, I mean, I don't have the same love for Finding Nemo, but I think that I love it more because you love it. And also, like, when you were saying the thing about the turtles, I love the turtle part, and I love the part. It's like the scary part of the movie, I guess, but where they're like
The jellyfish?
Yeah, the jellyfish, but also like the sharks.
Oh,
like
yeah.
where they're having like a shark meeting or whatever. Yeah,
those
those
sharks
parts
are very funny too.
Those parts, and then the part of Nemo in the tank, always like just
Yeah.
the parts of him in the tank are always just like the ones that I think of. I think the one girl with the braces or whatever is
Darla.
is fucking annoying.
She's evil. She is evil.
I hate her.
She shaking all the dang bags.
Yeah.
And killing the fish.
Well, doesn't she just say like fishy?
Fishy, wake up!
Oh my god. Oh.
Pause. Sorry. Um. Anyway.
Okay, is it time for my
Yeah.
last one?
Yeah. um.
Okay, so this one should come as no surprise to you. Um, and
All right,
that.
let me guess. I'm gonna
Go
close
ahead.
my eyes. The Breakfast Club.
Did you read it?
I read it earlier.
Oh. Well, I was
But
just gonna say, I
that's like,
figured you
I think that's an easy one to guess.
would have guessed that
I love
anyways.
that movie.
Yeah, it is. I think when I consider something a favorite of mine, it's something that has had a magnificent impact on me as a human and on my life. Um, and I think that The Breakfast Club, I watched it at an impressionable age, at an age where nobody around me was watching it. So let me give you context. I saw it for the first time in the 8th grade, but I also went to a magnet school. So everybody I knew, not a flex,
Sorry.
but everybody I knew, I was in a class of 68 people. So very small, and everybody I knew was very sheltered because of that whole element of going there and being around those people that are probably also all or mostly neurodivergent, as am I. So um it was just something like I have always thought of myself as, not even thought of myself as one, but I've always just been kind of, well, no. Let me
An
I
outcast.
Yes, I've always been an outcast, but I've always thought of myself as a rebel. I've never actually, well, not until I got
Older.
older. Um I was very like follow the rules, all that as a kid. But even then, like that, watching that movie and watching it without like permission or anything like that, nobody stopping me from watching it. Not that I like, my parents were not like hover parents, so they wouldn't have probably cared anyways. Um, but I watched it and it changed my life. Like John Bender. John Bender is also an inspiration to me. That fucking asshole. I love him. It's just one of those movies, I think, that when you see it at an impressionable age like that, it does kind of like rock you a little bit.
Yeah.
And it definitely rocked me. I literally, like, John Bender was my personality for like 6 months at least. After that, I won't even lie. Yeah, and I forgot to mention this with the Lords of Dogtown, but when I've watched movies like this, so like The Breakfast Club and like the Lords of Dogtown, especially in middle school, I would watch them over and over. So the first time I watched The Breakfast Club, I'm pretty sure I watched it 3 times in a row.
Wow.
Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I probably stopped watching it, or actually, I don't know if it was 3 times in a row. It was 3 days in a row.
Oh, that's not too bad.
With Lords of Dogtown, though, watched it and then I turned it on again.
Yeah.
So
I think you told me that.
yeah.
I watched that movie, I think, sometime in like middle school or high school too, and it was all like also in the formative years.
Mhm.
And then it like quickly became one of my favorite movies as well, and it was probably my favorite, or just like a general like couple of movies that are my favorite, and it was like that for months and months, or like years and years. And now anytime we see it on something, which is rare because it's not on anything ever, I'm like, oh, we should watch this. We should watch this.
I mean, both of us can also quote it forwards and backwards,
Yeah.
so it's probably not even like that enjoyable for us to watch it. If you haven't seen it before, you don't want to watch it with us because we would be saying everything
Talking the entire
yeah, and we
time.
also quote it all the time just to each other, like just different parts of the movie.
Well, it's like one part of the movie all the time. The stupid.
Oh
no
yeah.
Good.
Goddamn freeloading son of a bitch.
At least I quote that.
Yeah.
I quote it, and then you say the
finish
rest of
it.
it
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that part is like the most quotable part of the movie.
I will what was I going to say? I think I've told you this before, but for those of you at home, I'm a theater kid. So I'll just throw
Yeah,
that
I
out
actually
there.
didn't know that.
Well, it's going somewhere. I'm a theater kid. I'll throw that out there. In 8th grade in drama club, we had this we did shows obviously, but like this was a weird thing. Like this had never happened. I had been in drama club since 6th grade. They asked us to choose like just for a fun end of the year thing, I guess. Like they had us choose like scenes from different plays and things like that, movies that we wanted to um just perform.
Mhm.
And like I ended up doing the scene when they're all in a circle. Like
Oh, and they're talking.
yeah. I ended up like basically rewriting it
Mhm.
and getting all of my friends, not even my friends, just like random kids that were in the drama club to do it with me, and I was Bender, of course.
didn't know that.
So, yeah, I thought I told you that,
You might
but
have,
yeah, so that's how much I love that movie.
that's funny.
I was going to say too, I feel like
Shut
I would be doing myself a huge disservice if I didn't put that on my top 5 because of how much it changed my
Mhm.
life, and also because before Lords of Dogtown, even though technically in what I just told you, Lords of Dogtown, I watched first, which I'm not even sure if that's true. I just like I don't know, my memory's not perfect. Um The Breakfast Club was the movie that I constantly said was my favorite movie, and then one day I switched it to Lords of Dogtown kind of cuz it's cooler to say that. um and because I do really love that movie a lot, but
Yeah,
yeah.
it is a very good movie.
Mhm. Also, The Breakfast Club started an obsession for the 80s and 80s movies for me,
Mhm.
and I watched
What are they called?
the like John Hughes movies,
Oh, well, I meant the
the Brat
Brat
Pack.
Pack.
Yeah, the Brat Pack. Yeah, I was very much into that. Um John Hughes, just whoever. That
Mhm.
one is the best of his movies in my opinion.
What other ones are there? Ferris Bueller. Um,
He did Pretty in Pink.
yeah, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Yeah. I want to say he did 16 Candles, but I don't know if that's true. He did actually do Home Alone.
Oh, the
Home
first
Alone
one?
2, I think. I don't know if he
Oh,
did the
the best
first one.
one.
Yeah. Um
The best one.
but yeah. And then
I didn't know that.
yeah.
Hmm. Ugh, keep having to fix this. So my last movie, because we were talking about re-releases earlier. It's funny that I also have this in my. I guess it's not funny, but Midsummer, which is like after seeing it in theaters for the re-release last year, I think, and it
I
might.
wasn't yeah, I didn't go with you for that.
Yeah, you had to work,
Yeah.
and I think I just had the day off or something.
Yeah.
Um, and I wish you could have gone with me. I think I saw it in IMAX, but
I think you
I
did. I
could be
think it
lying.
was in IMAX.
Yeah, but seeing it in IMAX, the movie is just so like Ari Aster is a fucking freako. He is so weird,
Yeah.
and his movies are weird, but that the movie is so visually just so pleasing. There there's so much stuff in it, and after you watch it a couple of times, you realize there's like there's imagery of because her sister and her parents die in the beginning.
Mhm.
There's imagery of her sister like being in the trees.
Spoiler. I'm
You've
just
seen
kidding.
it. But there's like she's in the trees, like her face,
Mhm.
and then there's some other times in the movie, but I can't remember them specifically. But that is the one that I remember the most. Um,
That's really cool. That's crazy because I didn't even.
yeah,
I've seen that movie a couple times, and I have not ever
I
noticed
think
that.
I think it's in the it's like when they first get to
Yeah, is
Sweden
it
and they
when
take
she's taking
yeah,
mushrooms or the
and they
tea
take
or
it
whatever?
and it's the sequence where um Will Poulter's character, he says something like, I love you guys like a family.
Mm-hmm.
And then like as soon as he
He
says
says that.
family,
It's
she
like,
yeah, she starts going crazy. Not crazy, but she starts freaking out. And she gets up and she's running to the bathroom, and just in the background, I'm pretty sure is where you can see it. But the like the whole the whole time, anytime they're taking mushrooms, because they do it a lot, like
mm-hmm.
3 or 4 times in the movie, it just always looks so awesome. The colors in the movie are great. I think the like the story of it, her going like with these guys that one don't really care about her
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah,
Her
because
her boyfriend, which I see people online say how the boy, which I keep saying that, but people defend the boyfriend to the point where she's like emotionally manipulating him. And I guess in some point you can kind of say that, but her family died, and she's crying her heart out, and he
mm-hmm.
goes, "Hey, I'm gonna like go to this party for 45 minutes," and she's just laying in bed,
Yeah.
and then she finds out he's going to Sweden without her, and he's, "Oh, I didn't know you wanted to go."
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. I've seen people defending him too, and like before, like when you were talking about it just now, I was like gonna say it's so fucked up that her boyfriend even took her there, like
Yeah,
when in the middle of her grief, like she barely even,
yeah.
to my knowledge, barely even started grieving because it was fairly recent that her family died,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and then
There isn't like I don't think there's like a time
yeah,
frame, but from the point of where they mention it at the party,
mm-hmm.
it seems like her parents had just died a couple days or like a week or something before
Yeah,
that. But
a
from the
month
time,
at most.
yeah, but
Yeah.
when they mention the party, the plan to go to Sweden is like a week and a half away.
Mm-hmm.
And then or something like that. He says the end of June, I think, and the end of June, she goes, "That's 2 weeks," or something like that. But
I think it kind of would have been fucked up if he went without her, but it's also fucked up that
yeah,
they went anyways because like that's just, I feel like
yeah,
that's not, at least where she was at, and like her mental state
mm-hmm.
obviously was bad, and then that kind of devolves
Yeah,
throughout the entire movie.
and like obviously nobody knew what was gonna happen,
Mhm.
but her like going there, and I think it's great. Her going there with all these people who don't care about her, and then she becomes the
The
May
May Queen.
Queen, and like it seems like she's having the time of her life, and she, while her family has passed, she comes to this place, and all these people like welcome her with open arms
Yeah.
and whatnot. While it's obviously not your real family, and you just watched all of these people die,
Mhm.
people that you knew.
I think in a way it's kind of like easier for her to be um what's the word? I was gonna say acquainted or indoctrinated, I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
into their culture and everything because like the grief made her malleable,
Yeah,
and then because like all of her friends and her boyfriend and whatnot, like they're all just kind of like this is really fucked up,
yeah,
but she's in a headspace where it's like I don't know what's fucked up or what's not,
yeah.
like because of what I just experienced. So it's easier for her to be
Mm-hmm.
like to accommodate or to be accommodated into
Yeah.
that space, and it also like is more freeing.
Mm-hmm. And
Mhm.
the taking of mushrooms and stuff
Yeah.
doesn't help that at all, because then she's just in this vulnerable state the
Yeah.
entire time.
Yeah.
But it's so like it makes you feel so like uneasy the entire time, and I like that with some movies. It depends on what it is, but I just think seeing it after seeing it in theaters, it kind of cemented it as a like this is definitely one of
Mm.
my top 5, one of my favorite movies
Yeah.
ever.
That's like one of the movies. I feel like that's what you told me your favorite movie was when we first started dating.
And that was probably recency bias
Yeah, because you
because
had
I had
seen
just
it.
watched it for the
Yeah.
first time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, well that's the rest of our top fives
Yeah,
for like
that's all of it.
all time. I think those are some pretty good ones.
Yeah,
I think we had
I think they were great.
yeah, I think
If
we
that
had good
gives
ones.
you-
I think that yours was more like well rounded, like all over the place, and mine was very much I don't know. All of them
mean,
are
you can't really help.
no,
tell,
I mean
but
I told you I
you
really
like what
love a
movies you like.
I love a coming of age story, so that's basically what all of those are.
Yeah,
And I don't really care to
to change
change
them,
that.
like
Yeah.
who cares? There are too many people who like mold their favorite movies to what everybody else is gonna
Yeah.
think of them.
I was going to say to be palatable
Yeah.
to a like a an everybody kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't really care about that. Like we mentioned at the beginning, I think we like movies a normal and healthy
Yeah.
amount. And for
And-
me especially, I don't care what other people think about my opinions about things.
And that could be a whole freaking episode of
Yeah.
liking things a normal amount
Yeah.
and the way that people in the world like movies
And TV
and TV and
music,
media
yeah.
in general, and the way that they judge you for it, and
Mhm.
it's that could like literally be a whole hour and a half or 2 hour like conversation.
Yeah.
That's how crazy it is. So well, do you want to
Do I want to
let them know what we're doing?
Yeah, okay. So I think we yeah. I think we mentioned it at the beginning, but we were going to go over like our top
Oh yeah,
top and bottom favorites.
I guess I didn't say that.
That doesn't make sense. Top and bottom my favorite bottoms.
Okay.
Anyways.
I guess I didn't go into detail, but it's 2025 year in review,
Yeah.
and I told her before this, to pick or make up a top 5 of movies that we saw in theaters,
Mhm.
not movies that we watched in 2025, like just movies that came out this year and we saw in theaters.
Yeah.
Or I guess it doesn't have to be in theaters because one of them on my list is not a movie that I saw in theaters, but a top 5 and a bottom 5 of the year 2025.
I thought we agreed on bottom 3.
Oh, no. I think it was you do bottom 3 because you couldn't pick, and I'll just do bottom 5.
Well, I picked 4, so
oh, okay, that's good enough.
yeah. But yeah, he didn't tell me it was just movies we saw in theaters. Obviously, he backtracked that, which is a good thing. But all of mine are movies that we saw in theaters, so it doesn't really matter.
Well, I think only one of mine is a movie. Well, 2 of them actually.
Okay.
2 of them are movies that, and I have an honorable mention or 2.
I have a few honorable mentions for my top 5, so I can just get those out of the way.
Okay.
If that's cool. Mickey 17, great movie. I think Robert Pattinson did a really great job as playing 2 Mickeys.
Yep.
At playing 2 Mickeys is what I meant. I think all the other actors and actresses, especially his love interest, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, were really great as well. I think Mark Ruffalo was pretty funny.
As a
like dictator.
Yeah.
Marty Supreme, that one was super recent, but I do think that
this weekend.
Yeah, I do think that movie was pretty good. And then this one, I almost put it on my top 5, but I think I put it lower because I rated it lower than one of the ones I put on my actual top 5.
Yeah.
And that's the
Phoenician Scheme.
Phoenician Scheme. Yeah.
I love that
I
movie.
really enjoy Wes Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
I've only seen a couple of his movies, and I think it's mostly just the ones we've seen in theaters. So
Yeah.
this
Well,
year
you
and
can't ever
last
really
year.
find them anywhere.
Well, you can. I just like they're everywhere. We just
Are
don't.
they?
Yes, they're
I
everywhere.
can't ever find them anywhere.
I can. I have seen them a lot. I just haven't actually watched them.
Wow.
Um. Yeah. So that's my honorable mentions of the year.
So I have two honorable mentions, and one of them is After the Hunt, which it could have been in the top 5, but I
I
don't
don't.
know. It was a great movie. I loved it. And Andrew Garfield and Io are amazing.
Yeah. Well, I will hold on this conversation
Okay.
because I have that placed somewhere else.
Okay.
So
Um but Andrew Garfield and Io are amazing. Julia, is it Julia Roberts or is
well,
that her name?
yes.
Okay. Well, they're all amazing. We'll talk about it in a minute.
I'm like, wait.
My other honorable mention is The Bad Guys 2, which I did not see in theaters, but it came out in 2025. I watched the first one not that long ago and loved it. It was during my heist movie kick. And then the second one was in theaters, but we didn't get to go. At least I didn't get to go see it.
Well, I didn't either.
Well,
But
yeah, but I watched the first one
without me. But anyways,
anyway.
he
The second one, the
you
first and
hadn't
second
even
one.
I was going to say you hadn't even seen the first one before it was
Yeah,
out
I
of
know.
theaters already, so
But the second one is both of them together are also, not gonna lie, some of the best animated movies I've ever seen.
okay.
Because I don't know what it is, but the Into the Spider-Verse effect of animation, like the effect that those two
Definitely.
movies have had on animation studios and the movies that they've made up until now is just so insane.
It's funny because I feel like you haven't, or that's not even what I mean. I think it's funny that it's funny that you have animated movies on your list because when I think of like my favorites and least favorites, I don't even consider that the same category. So maybe one day we should do like an episode where I actually talk about animated movies. For some reason that's just not on my radar as much.
Yeah.
I think
Which is
because it
crazy.
reminds me so much of my childhood and I
Yeah.
just like I don't know.
And some people don't watch animated movies, and it's
And I like animated movies. I just never
I feel like
talk about them.
I feel like sometimes they like convey, and I might not even say this right. They convey like more emotion or just like make you feel more things than a normal like live action movie can sometimes.
I don't disagree with that. I think that's very true. They always, I feel like animated movies, and especially if you're going along the Pixar or Disney
Yeah.
route, always have a moral lesson
Yeah.
that they try to convey. Almost every animated story is like that. And while that does happen in regular movies, I think a lot of the drama and the acting and the music and the yada yada yada
Yeah.
covers that up. Like is
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So I think
Um,
animated movie being all animated just
Yeah.
kind of makes it easier to notice.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I do have in another thing of my notes of like topics that we can talk about on here. Not this episode specifically, but I do have a top 5 animated movies, things like that.
Yeah, we should do
Um
that.
but yeah, After the Hunt and The Bad Guys 2 are my two honorable mentions for the year.
And just to repeat mine, I guess
Mhm.
mine were Mickey 17, Marty Supreme, and the Phoenician Scheme.
Yeah, The Phoenician Scheme.
Those all kind of rhyme. 17 Supreme Scheme.
Whoa.
Funny.
The Phoenician Scheme, Benicio del Toro he has been like on a tear recently because he was in One Battle After Another,
Yeah.
which I will
We have
preface
not
we
seen.
have not seen. So it will not be in either of our lists.
Yeah.
But he's awesome.
Yeah. And Michael Cera's in that movie.
Yes.
And he's so fucking funny
He
in
is
that
very
movie.
funny.
Very, very funny.
Dang.
Okay.
Do you want to start your top 5?
Yeah, sure. So I think we should just list
You
these
just want to
off.
rattle them? Yeah.
Yeah, and
We've
then
been
we
kind
can
of yapping.
Yeah, and then we can talk about them because I feel like we might have the same movies in different places
Maybe.
or in the top 5 or
I actually
yada
don't know if
yada.
we will.
Okay. Well, my top 5 is Companion, Weapons, Sinners, After the Hunt, which is in your honorable mention, and then Death of a Unicorn.
Which people think that movie's terrible.
I know, and I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
I know you don't, but I think about it sometimes because I think I see more stuff about movies than you do.
Yeah.
But anytime I see something about not this specifically, but like anytime we enjoyed a movie, I'll see something about it online, and like people really
are ripping into it.
People really don't like that movie, and I don't know why. And then they bring up like points about why they don't like it, and I'm like, meh, whatever.
I think I mean I really did like that movie. A lot of the ones that I chose for like top 5 or honorable mention are solely based on the rating that I gave it, and then my even just like my Letterboxd review. And so my review of this movie, and let me see if I can find it, just because I think that it makes it more understandable why I would put it on my top 5 versus because it could have been an honorable mention, but the rating in the review changed the game. So let's see. Now, I rated it 4.5 stars, but my review says, I was initially captivated by this cast when I saw the trailers.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, Will Poulter. Who
has also been on a tear.
Yeah.
Recently.
Yeah. That was the driving force for me to want to see the movie in the first place, but I was met with a really awesome, captivating story as well. The art history elements were everything to me. It was a little bit comical, a little bit gory, and also very sweet. It was a story concerning grief, but it wasn't the all-consuming focus, which was nice. And then who doesn't love a good story with a creature in it?
Yeah, exactly.
Loved those beautiful unicorns.
Yeah, they did look amazing.
Yeah.
And I guess we should say you do have a BFA. A Bachelor in Fine Arts.
Yeah.
So a movie that does have the mention or is kind of focused around art is more than likely a movie that you will appreciate more than most people.
Like rereading my review and then remembering, oh yeah, there's like a lot of art history, even if it wasn't fucking accurate. I don't know if it was or wasn't. I do know the painting that they were referring to. I was like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like this. So I also think that it reminds me of Cuckoo, which came out the year prior, and because it's kind of similar in the way like it's like they're just like somewhere else, like they've moved away from home or visited away from home,
that's
like
so
never
true.
been here, and then there's creatures after them. Yeah. So I think that's also part of it because I really enjoyed that movie, so that helped. And I also think like even Companion probably helped boost my opinion of Death of a Unicorn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because it's similar too, where it's like they're out in the wilderness, like on a vacation. I think I think so.
It's like a getaway trip kind of thing.
Because doesn't like
at
a rich guy own it, and they were trying to like rob him.
No, I don't think they were trying. What'd you say? Rob him?
Yeah, or is that?
I don't think so. I think
no, they.
Do they?
Yeah, they
one
do.
Of the people that they know is like married to him. I thought that was.
Yes, but like Jack Quaid's character's whole thing is like he wants his money.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think that seeing those, because we saw those pretty like.
I think they came out close to one another.
So we saw them in succession or like pretty quickly, one after the other. So I think that also helped.
Yeah.
My opinion of that movie. Okay.
What?
Did you say your top 5?
No, I haven't yet.
Go ahead.
So my top 5 is Wake Up Dead Man, which it's a Knives Out movie. I haven't seen the first Knives Out movie, and people say it's the best one, but I might change my mind after I watch it or after we watch it because I want to watch all three of them.
Yeah, I haven't seen any
Um,
of them.
But out of the two that I've seen of Glass Onion and Wake Up Dead Man, it is by far the better of the two. And people think it's the second best one if you throw the third one in. But that movie is also so visually pleasing. The guy who directs it, Ryan Johnson, is the guy who directed The Force Awakens, or one of the Star Wars movies. I can't.
The Last Jedi.
Yeah, and the fact that, and some other movies I can't remember, but the fact that he could come from those horrendous movies, and The Last Jedi, I haven't seen it in a long time, but people say it's the better of the sequels, don't they? Or is that the worst one?
It depends on who you talk to. It literally depends on who you talk to. In my opinion, it's not like the movie itself is not good. Or no, the movie in itself is good. It's not good with the trilogy. It fucked up the whole story.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Well,
And if you want to argue with me, let's do it.
well, the fact that he came from those, not that he directed the other two. I don't know. I don't think he did.
No, he
But
didn't.
The fact that he came from those and made these three movies is so crazy because Glass Onion is very good, at least in my opinion, and Wake Up Dead Man is amazing. It's about a church, which I love, like the aspect of movies about something going wrong in a church or
Mm-hmm.
it being based in a church, like just stuff like that, because more often than not, they find a church that is beautiful,
Yeah.
and the church in this movie is beautiful.
I saw something. Did you see this?
What?
The church that they filmed it in is the same church that they filmed Never Gonna Give You Up,
Oh,
the Rick Astley song.
no, I did not
No,
know that.
it is
What?
the same, like, wherever. I don't know if it's the
They filmed
church.
inside?
I don't know if it's the church or if there's just a same piece of the set, but there's like something like that's in that movie that was literally the set of the Rick Astley
I did not
song.
know that.
Yeah, Never Gonna Give.
But yeah,
Mm.
the movie is beautiful. There's
Mhm.
there's a scene in it that I remember very vividly, and it's when Benoit Blanc, who is Daniel Craig,
Mhm.
when he first walks into the church, and Josh O'Connor is in there. He's the guy who is the priest.
Mhm.
Whenever he first walks in, the sun goes away, and like gets dark in the church, and he's like talking down and everything, and then Josh O'Connor answers whatever he's talking about, and then the church completely fills with light, and it's like so it looks so amazing. Anyway, so Wake Up Dead Man, Marty Supreme, Companion, Sinners, and Thunderbolts.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted to put Thunderbolts or Superman, but then I thought about it, and we watched we watched Thunderbolts twice. And seeing it in IMAX, which is also, it just made it so much better. That movie is so good.
Yeah.
And if we saw any of the other movies, One Battle After Another, or
The
like,
ones that we missed.
yeah, some of the other movies that we missed, Thunderbolts probably wouldn't be on there. Marty
Yeah.
Supreme might not be on there. But Thunderbolts was so good. And it was such a like, and now I don't know what Marvel is doing or Disney is doing, but it just felt like such a like Marvel is so back moment.
Mhm.
And it was awesome.
I forgot to mention before I started with my top 5 or before I said it, I didn't include any superhero
Oh, yeah.
movies because I figured it would be too hard and also not a great reflection of how I felt because I rated Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, and Superman very highly.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's ironic because I am wearing an Age of Ultron shirt. But
Age of Ultron Defender.
yes, I love that movie. But yeah, I didn't add any of the superhero movies because I just felt it would be
Yeah.
too complicated for me to figure out, so I just left those
Yeah,
out. But
that makes sense.
I think that Thunderbolts over
It
all of
just
those makes a lot of sense.
yeah. At a certain point, it doesn't even until the end. It doesn't really feel like a superhero movie,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I liked so much because like all of these people are just now like meeting each other and all this stuff, and
Yeah.
they just have to figure out like how to be a team, and it's just so good. Florence Pugh was amazing.
Yeah. Yelena is awesome.
Yeah, the guy who plays John Walker,
Mm-hmm.
the other Captain America, he's also great, and he's great in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. But being in this movie, his just acting is so good.
Yeah.
Um,
I did enjoy that movie a lot.
yeah.
I mean, I loved Lewis Pullman.
Mm-hmm.
He was really good as Bob.
Nepo baby.
Yeah, Nepo baby, but he was really good. I think my favorite part of that movie is the sequence when they're in his mind anyways. So,
That is
it's
very
really
good.
What else you put companion, so we agreed on that
Yeah.
one, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah. I didn't figure that our top 5 would be. I assumed.
Oh, we
at
agreed on
least-
Sinners as well.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
assumed one or two
would be
Companion and
similar.
Sinners would be similar. But since I watched Wake Up Dead Man without you,
Yeah.
not that you even need to watch the other two, but I think it would just be nice to
Be fun to watch all
yeah
three
to
of them.
watch all
Yeah.
three. But yeah, 1 or 2 is what I assumed because we saw Sinners and
Mhm.
we also saw that in IMAX,
Mhm.
which made it like 100 billion times better.
I will say, and I don't know, I don't know how this makes me sound, but I do think that if you disliked Sinners, that you're fucking racist.
Oh.
I mean, like, because the movie is actually incredibly well done. The
Yeah.
acting is good. Like, the way it's shot is
Yeah.
beautiful. Like, everything about it's
The-
beautiful, and, like, it just makes me think, like, if you didn't like it, you just don't like stories about
Black culture.
black people and
Yeah.
black history, and I'm just like, okay,
Yeah,
well, there's
that makes
enough
sense.
about white people and white history.
Yeah.
So
And
that being one of the top movies of the year is
yes,
just important even.
and Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan together they are just perfect
Mhm.
because Ryan Coogler also directed Black Panther.
Yeah.
And Michael B. Jordan is in Black Panther, and he's arguably one of the best villains across that entire
Yeah, that's true.
universe. Like that up until the third act. The third act is most people don't like it, but Ryan Coogler is a genius. He is awesome.
Yes, I was going to say something about that. Sorry. I want to make sure I get the characters' names right cuz I can't remember all of them aside from
Michael B. Jordan.
yeah, like Smoke and Stack. Because they're not even my favorite parts of the movie. I
Yeah.
think my favorite character of the entire movie is Annie.
Mm-hmm.
I think I love her character.
Yeah.
And I love the relationship she has with, I'm pretty sure it's Smoke. Yeah. It's Smoke. Cuz
The one who wears the red or the blue?
The blue.
That's
cuz
Smoke and Stack.
yeah, cuz Stack is the one. Let me double check.
Yeah. I can't remember which one wears what color.
Cuz I think Stack is the one who turns into a vampire.
Smoke is the one who smokes because he can't roll his cigarettes.
Yeah, Stack is the one in red,
The
the
one
one who turns into a vampire. So I was right.
Yeah.
So Annie and Smoke, I really love their relationship.
Yeah.
I love their whole like storyline, and then obviously, Preacher Boy
Yeah.
is such
I-
a great character and a great
Same.
actor, and the musicality that he has as a
Yeah.
character and just in general.
That whole sequence was just so beautiful.
Yeah.
It was just so beautiful.
Yeah, so I just think like I'm like, you're either blind or racist if you hated that
Yeah.
movie. So
It was so good.
I like that we agreed on companion as well.
Yeah.
I personally really love Sophie Thatcher,
Mhm.
and I will say it every time I see her in anything. and I think she did a tremendous job at playing a robot.
Yep.
Especially because at first, like, you don't even know.
Yeah. I had no
And
idea. I had no idea seeing the trailer.
yeah, same. And I also think that part of the reason I put it on my top 5 as well is because of my review of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it's kind of
Shitting on Incel Boy.
yeah, I think it's kind of meta to put my say my review, but like that was basically it, where I was like, anything that shits on incels and the use of technology, robots, and AI for personal gain and liberates a woman is pretty damn good in my book. So
Yep.
that's that. I think that is a huge part of it, and why I think it was so like one of my top favorites this year.
Makes sense.
I'm surprised that you didn't put weapons on yours. I am very surprised.
I wanted to, so I wanted to.
You didn't even put it in your honorable mentions.
When we saw it,
I don't.
the second time.
Okay.
The second time, because when we saw it the second time, I could only think about what happened the first time we tried to watch it, and
so you let the experience ruin the movie for you.
Because okay, let's tell this little story. So, and it's not even a movie that you should go and see in the drive-in, but we went to the drive-in to watch Weapons.
Yeah. I will say I do agree with him on that, just because it's way too dark of a movie to be watching in the dark. So in the dark of night. In the dark of night, like it's different in a movie theater.
Okay, so we saw it in the drive-in, and we were late.
I forgot we were late.
Also, not my fault. We had to stop at the gas station.
Oh, I had to pee. Real bad.
And then we were hungry, so we went to get a snack. And by the time I get back, the movie is starting.
The thing is, we wouldn't have been late if the snacks didn't take so long.
Yeah, they did take a very long time.
That's why, yeah.
So we get back, or I get back to the car, and you can't hear anything. We couldn't hear anything. And eventually, her car dies. Her car battery dies.
It was like halfway through the movie too. It was like
I don't even think it was like 45 minutes maybe.
Yeah. Well, it's when they get to the last like perspective, which is of the kid. It's the kid's perspective.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it was like halfway through.
Yeah. So her car dies, and then we try to start it again, and it starts, and then it happens again. So
yeah,
I have to go up to the place and get somebody to jump the car. And at that point, I was already so mad. Couldn't hear anything. Couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
Car died.
It was hot as fuck.
It was, because it was summertime.
Yeah, it was muggy. It was just not.
And so the guy gets the car started. It gets jumped. And then I tell her, we're just going to leave.
Yeah. And I was like,
I don't want to be here anymore. We're just going to go.
And I was fine with that.
So then we saw it a couple days later, or like a week later.
It was like a week.
Yeah, a week later. It saw it in a theater. And it was great. It was very good. It was an awesome movie. I just could not get out of my head what happened at the drive-in. It was the worst. It was the worst thing ever. It made me not want to go back to the drive-in.
Yeah.
I already don't really care for them, but this just made it 5 times worse.
I hate that he says that, because it is one of my favorite summer activities ever, but I also understand why you would be not too thrilled to go back if we ever did.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just not the right type of movie to see in that setting. You should, honestly, horror movies in general, you should not see in the drive-in, because most of the time they're very dark, and against the dark night sky, it is very hard to see anything that's going on. It would be different. Like, I think animated movies and things like that are really fun to see in the drive-in.
I feel like it's horror movies nowadays, though.
Yeah.
Because people like back then, they were always going to see
horror
movies
like,
at the drive-in.
In the movies and like TV shows, when they're at the drive-in, it's always a horror movie that they're screaming at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now movies are too dark to like go and try and do that.
Yeah. But for me, it was on my top 5. I don't know. I just really liked the story.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm not. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm not a horror fan because I am, but I wouldn't say I'm a huge horror fan. It really just depends. Again, I like what I like, and like
Yeah.
that's how I feel about movies. Um, and so I just really enjoyed it. I liked the different perspectives that happened.
Mm-hmm.
I always like when movies do that. I like when books do that. So that's something that I enjoyed. I also like how it almost was like it picked up where it left off kind of
Yeah.
in each of them.
Mm-hmm.
And then I really liked what's his name?
Who?
The druggie.
Oh, I don't remember his name.
I don't remember his name. I don't remember his real name. I don't remember the character
but
name.
I know who you're talking about.
But he was
very
he
funny.
was so funny.
He was very funny.
I liked him and I liked the cop.
Yeah.
Like I liked even their dynamic with each other, but just like their stories were very very funny.
Yeah.
Almost. The druggie especially was funny, but the cop, like you could tell he was really like down bad, broken almost, and like that was his whole reasoning for even chasing that kid down and
just beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not beat him up,
but kind of, and it also
punched
like
him in his face.
Yeah, it also like I don't know, it showed the reality of like police brutality even, so
that's true.
Even though it was a smallish part of the movie, it was still a big deal. And I feel like I think I liked the movie for the first part of the movie more than the ending because I don't think I cared as much about the Aunt Gladys like explanation and like the end of the movie as much as I cared about.
I just don't really know what else they could have done to make it like I don't like when horror movies, whenever they are like something's happening and then all of a sudden it's like the devil is doing it or like Longlegs,
like a witch.
Yeah.
It,
like if you know from the beginning, yes, it's fine. But all of these kids got taken and then like all of a sudden you find out she's a supernatural like I don't even know what she is. She's like a witch or whatever, trying to prolong her life.
Yeah.
I don't really care that like the movie unfolded like that, I guess. I think the ending was good.
Yeah, where they all like
where they all get
run out. Yeah. I thought that was good, and then like I said, I really liked the build up. But the actual story part about Gladys and like the explanation, aside from kind of like her going back, like especially with the principal and his husband, like aside from that part where it's like a callback to that and it starts over there, I'm like, I don't know.
There's people don't like that movie because, and I feel like I'm always the one to bring up why people don't like the movie, but it's just because I see it. And apparently there's a movie that I don't remember what it's called, but a movie that was made some time ago, and it does or did the multiple point of views, and people are like, oh, what's his name? Is it Kreger?
Yeah.
Zach?
Yeah.
People are like, oh, Zach just like completely like ripped off this idea, or it's just a complete like carbon copy of like what this movie is.
Yeah.
And it's just like somebody can make a movie that is similar, but it just because this movie came first doesn't mean like this one is ripping it off or it completely stole the idea of this.
It's funny that you say that because I was gonna circle back to After the Hunt, and recently, right after we saw it, we were telling my best friend,
oh yeah,
he's our friend, but he's my best friend, about the movie, and he was like, well, there's a Mads Mikkelsen movie called The Hunt, which is basically the same story, just like the roles are reversed.
Yeah,
because it's about a male teacher and like a woman or a girl accusing him of sexual assault
Yeah.
and all of that. And that's basically what the After the Hunt is. Io's character accuses Andrew Garfield's character of doing some inappropriate
Yeah.
stuff. And I think that movie is so like mind fucky because
Yeah.
you don't know who to believe or who to agree with the entire movie until he does it
Yep.
to Julia Roberts' character,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, like it kind of
like
it
you are
totally
this person.
shifts your perspective, and I think that that is very, very good. I'm not usually a huge fan of male directors telling women's stories, but I think what's his name? Luca
Yeah.
is probably the best to do it from the movies I've seen, like of his. I think that he does a good job. I think he
Yeah.
has a good understanding, and I think that that movie really like it's also relatable
Mm-hmm.
as a woman and like not being believed even if Iowa was telling the truth or wasn't telling
Yeah.
the truth, like whatever you think in the moment, it's
Yeah.
still like, and I mean it turns out she was obviously telling the truth.
Yeah.
But she was just so weird about it.
Yeah.
Like and weird about her professor, like
Mm-hmm.
like Julia Roberts character, just like weird to her and like wanting to adopt her mannerisms and things that you're
Yeah.
kind of like, who is this? Like she's kind of scary. So you don't know who the like bad guy is, I
Yeah.
guess. So
And the scene where Julia Roberts and Andrew Garfield are in the diner is just like he's so like it's just so accurate. It's such an accurate depiction of how a man would react and explain himself in like this exact situation.
yeah.
And I'm just like, holy
He's like,
crap.
she's
like,
lying.
yeah.
And then meanwhile, like being really gross with his food, which like I told him
Yeah,
when we
the
watched
substance.
it reminded me of Dennis Quaid and The
Mhm.
Substance and like him being super icky with like the
Yeah.
shrimp and all of that, and he's just like talking at her. Like that's the same thing that
Yeah.
he was doing in that moment, just talking at her and being like, you have to believe me. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like I would never do that. That's crazy. Yeah.
It's so crazy.
So I think, and it's just so, I think that Andrew Garfield does such a good job at playing like this crazed asshole,
Yeah.
because I feel like you don't ever really
He
see
does.
him playing a role like that. Like, I mean, for most people, they know him as a hero,
Yeah.
like a literal
Spider-Man,
superhero. So
Hacksaw
it's,
Ridge.
yeah, so it's very interesting to see him do that performance and do it well and in a convincing way.
Yeah. That movie is very good.
Mm-hmm.
It could probably move up a little bit
Yeah.
on my list.
Well, I was
Bottom
gonna
fives?
Okay.
Or what? Do you have more?
No, I was gonna say I think we covered all of my top 5.
Yeah, I think
We didn't hit on Marty Supreme, but I think
we
that
can.
that
What?
one, I feel like I still need to sit on that,
I
and
don't-
that's why it's in my
I don't know
honorable
if I
mention.
do, but I feel like me saying it's in my 2026 top 5 is a little film bro,
Yeah.
because I do think the movie will eventually turn into the stereotypical man movie of American Psycho, Seven, The Wolf of Wall Street. Like it will eventually turn into that. Like men have to be an asshole to be great movies.
Yeah. Like at least, and like I haven't seen all of the movies you mentioned.
Yeah.
I've seen American Psycho, and I do like that movie, but I did also see it for what it was, at least
Yeah,
his character.
exactly.
But I
And
will
people don't
say,
understand that.
I will say Marty Mauser is a lovable asshole.
Yes, he
and
is.
like I will give him that. I think it has a lot to do with the person who's playing him though, because I think Timothy Chalamet is lovable, but also I don't think he's an asshole, but I don't know him. He's kind of he's a celebrity, so like lovable asshole, I guess.
Yeah, I think you can call most celebrities
Yeah,
assholes, probably.
yeah.
It is very like it is a him movie. Like
Mhm.
especially after his speech at the SAG Awards of him wanting to be,
He's like, I'm
he's
gonna
in
be.
pursuit of greatness. He
Yeah.
wants to be great. I think it is a very good movie for him to be in and for him to have made.
I definitely think, yeah, I
Um,
definitely think that too. It definitely, you saying that about his
Yeah,
awards ceremony speech
and
makes a lot of sense.
I think they were already done filming after that point, so he's like on this high of like he knows this movie is going, like people are going to love this movie. The marketing for it was incredible.
Yeah. It's also so crazy how long he's been working on it because he's
Yeah.
said in an interview that he had ping pong tables on the set of like every movie he's done for
Yeah.
like the past 6 years.
It's so crazy.
So he's been working on that for a really long time, and I think it shows. I think that
Yeah.
he did a really great job.
And
But like I said, at least for me, sorry to cut you off.
No,
I
you're
think
okay.
I still
was
need
cutting
to
you off.
still need to sit on it
Yeah, that makes
to
sense.
make a entire like
Yeah.
thoughts, like to
Mhm.
gather all of my thoughts about it.
Yeah.
Because it's like it hasn't been too long since we actually watched it.
And Josh Safdie, the director,
Mm-hmm.
he is incredible. Good time. Also one of those movies that's like, ooh, like makes you anxious. Uncut Gems, also a like very notorious movie to make you incredibly anxious and feel like everything is just happening. It was very much like that in Mari Supreme. It didn't give you any kind of time to breathe at all. There was always like something happening.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah. Okay, well,
bottom
bottom.
fives.
Yeah. So I actually do. I feel like we might be more aligned on this than we were
Oh, yeah.
on
I mean,
our top
I saw
5.
you looking at them.
Yeah.
So
I think some of them are the same as
Yeah.
mine. So I'll say them. I'll say the Minecraft movie.
which I don't even like. It's a bad movie.
It's a bad movie.
But we watched it in theaters.
Had a lot of fun watching it.
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey.
Somebody stood up. No, there was
a
like
whole line of
4
people
in a row who stood up and started
clapping.
clapping.
Yeah.
So
It was a very fun movie to watch, but I mean, out of all the movies we saw last year, stupid movie.
yeah.
Is that on your bottom?
Yes.
5?
That is
Okay.
also in mine.
I'm gonna skip that one because I put a question mark, so I'll come back to it. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. I really actually did enjoy the movie,
So did I.
but again,
compared to the movies
compared to all the movies we saw, it has to be, and I have to make a bottom. Like that would be on the bottom.
That's so.
I think, and I will at least comment on this. Because we talked about it after we watched the movie. I think, as I mean, she did fine in the movie, but I think McKenna Grace and the whole like
she is everywhere.
she is everywhere, but the whole like paranormal investigator crew thing was very unnecessary to the story. They were just kind of thrown in there. I think they could have
done away with it.
Yeah, and they could have explained all of the like the thing about the location and all of that way better even without them. Like it was unnecessary. So I don't think
That's true.
yeah.
I think I had an idea for what they could have done whenever we watched it, like immediately after, but I don't remember what it was now. They could have just completely taken them out.
Yeah. I'm assuming that was on your bottom 5?
No.
Oh, it wasn't?
Mm-mm.
Okay. See, like I said.
No.
I will also say he saw like quite a few more movies in theaters without me with his friends that are probably on his bottom 5.
Not
and
even.
I don't see bad movies.
I don't see bad movies. Sorry, snob. Film snob.
I'm just kidding, but yeah. And then my last one, which I did see on your list, so I know it's the same, is Captain America: Brave New World. I didn't put any superhero movies on my top 5. I did put one on my bottom
That movie was
5.
I think I rated it a 3, which is like pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
But that movie is probably a lot worse than that. It's probably like a 2 or like.
I don't even, because it was so early in 2025. It was like one of
the
first movies that we saw. I don't think that, like, I don't know. I barely remember it, but I don't remember liking it. I don't, like, the only thing I remember is Harrison Ford, Red Hulk, and that's about it.
And that makes me so mad. And, like, I don't get how they have Red Hulk as a villain, and no Mark Ruffalo. No
Yeah.
Mark Ruffalo is in the movie, and the entire movie is a build up to him becoming Red Hulk, but we already knew he was because
From
of
the
the
trailers. Yeah, that's so true. That's why it's bad.
Granted, I think if they didn't show that, less people would have saw the movie than what they actually did, or it would have made less money.
Yeah.
But
I
I just don't get how you can have like Sam Wilson's Captain America first solo movie, and it's that.
Yeah.
That is what makes me
I did have
mad.
one more because, like I said, I put 4, but this one I was like on the fence about, and it was Honey Don't. I actually thought that the acting was fun. I thought the visuals were fun. I liked the actors. I thought it was like kind of heartfelt, but it was very much like this could have been a TV show.
Yeah,
Like
there was no resolve.
like there was no resolve. Like there wasn't like it was just kind of like a one. It seems like just like one and done. Like just a throwaway kind of project, which kind of sucks because the actors in it, like Aubrey Plaza, Margaret Qualley, Chris Evans, like all of those people are good actors and actresses.
Yeah.
And so it being a throwaway just does them like a disservice. I liked it though. I feel like I enjoyed it. It just was kind of like
It was just kind of like
it was like it was
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's why I put it on there because I don't know. I feel like I could rewatch it and still kind of find the like what I liked about it. Like I loved the beginning like title sequence where all their names were on like billboards or signs in the town. I love stuff like that. It's very reminiscent of Napoleon Dynamite for me. And that beginning title sequence. And that's a movie that I really enjoy.
Yeah.
So anything like that that's creative that way really I really like, and I think that's why it's hard for me to be like it is a solid bottom 4 or 5 for me.
So I did see I didn't think I saw that many more movies in theaters than you did.
There were quite a few.
Also there is one movie that I listed on here that I didn't watch at the movie theater because I put Wake Up Dead Man on there.
Mm-hmm.
But I also put Warfare.
Oh yeah.
Which is like I said earlier, if I had seen it in theaters, I'd probably have rated it higher because the sound design was amazing. And like Alex Garland directed it. He had the help of this guy, I guess, who was in the military or who was a Navy SEAL or something. But Alex Garland, and I had talked to some other people about it, and I guess they don't think of it the same way. But Alex Garland also directed Civil War.
Oh yeah.
And which I think, in my opinion, is supposed to be an anti-war movie.
And I haven't seen either of these movies, so I don't have a huge like knowledge about it.
Well, I fell asleep watching Civil War. So but Civil War, in my opinion, is meant to be an anti-war movie, which I've watched some videos about. It's like almost impossible to make an anti-war movie because of how the brain works and the way that people see war and like what they think about it. But he makes that movie Civil War, and then he's just like, oh, let me make this fucking like piece of shit war movie. It's incredibly nothing.
Yeah.
The entire thing is just nothing. And I did not enjoy it at all. I'm pretty sure I rated it like a 3, but even then, that's still probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty generous with my ratings. I think all of my bottom ones, except for the Minecraft movie, were like 3.
Yeah.
Like 3s. But I mean, even probably some of my, well, probably not my top 5, but like movies that I enjoy sometimes are just 3s.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
My next one is Tron.
Yeah, which I also didn't see. I told you.
Yeah.
I don't see bad movies, so.
which that movie is terrible. The only thing that saves it, and the only reason it got the rating that it did, which again was, I'm pretty sure, a 3, was because it looked awesome. The world of Tron and the way that everything looks is so beautiful, and the music, like the
Shout out Trent Reznor.
no,
Like,
literally, like Trent Reznor is insane, and Nine Inch Nails. I'm pretty sure, like as a whole, because isn't he
yeah,
in Nine
yeah,
Inch Nails?
yes.
I think Nine Inch Nails as a whole did the music
I
for the
think
movie.
I don't know if it was fully Nine Inch Nails or if it was him, because he composes a lot of movie or music for movies. Like he did Challengers.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
also did he did something else, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
It might have been After the Hunt.
Oh, I
Or
think so.
another
Yeah,
Luca
that.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably yes. Yeah.
But
Because I forgot to mention in my review of that, or even just like talking about After the Hunt, that the music and the sound design was phenomenal.
So good. But the beginning credits of Tron alone could have been 5 stars if they cut it as soon as it ended.
Yeah.
As soon as the beginning credits
You're like,
ended,
just the beginning credits, everything else is bad.
I would pay $20 to watch it on loop over and over again for an hour and a half.
Oh my goodness.
Like, it was so good. But then the movie was just bad. Like, Jared Leto's in it. He's the one who paid for more than most of the movie, so
yeah.
I didn't figure it was gonna be good, but it looked amazing. Anyway, and then my last one is Avatar: Fire and Ash.
I knew he was gonna say that. I also didn't see that one.
I could go on and on about
Yeah.
the movie, but it wouldn't mean anything because you haven't seen it.
I've also heard him talk about it multiple times, so I kind of get the gist.
But that movie is terrible. It is a very, very, very bad movie, and it's almost a carbon copy of Avatar: The Way of the Water, which is also not a good movie.
I feel like you're gonna get into some hot water for that take. I feel like a lot of people love the Avatar movies.
Don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're doing this at all because we care about other people's opinions. I think we have some pretty polarizing opinions about
a lot of
stuff that people would disagree with. So
you can put a fucking fuck Avatar, Fire and Ash right here on my forehead. Put it on my forehead. But it's a complete replica of the second movie. And it's also a nothing. It is a complete nothing. I saw it in 3D, unfortunately, which I hate 3D. If I didn't see it in 3D, it probably could have been better. But the movie's just not good. I don't know how James Cameron has made 3 of these movies, and they've made $1 billion plus, including the first one making like $2.8 billion, like the #1 grossing movie ever. I don't really get it. I don't understand the hype. The amazing visuals can only literally drag you across the finish line so much. And yeah, that's I could go into go on a very long rant about why that movie is very bad, but I won't. I will spare you.
Yeah. I've heard it a couple times, so
I'm like, we need Kevin. We need Kevin on here so I can go
Kevin
crazy.
In between the two of us.
No. I'm gonna put a picture of Kevin right here. But yeah, if just talk like superhero stuff and Avatar, like just whatever. But yeah.
Well,
we're about at the end.
Yeah, so I guess
movie goals.
Yeah.
Mine, I don't really have like anything crazy that I want to watch. I don't think, other than some of the stuff that we missed this year.
Yeah.
But I ended the year at 107 movies.
Nice.
And I want to push to 200. 250 is like that's like up there,
Mhm.
and that's might be close to not that it's not attainable, but it's like 4 movies a week, I
Yeah.
think.
I was just looking at my phone to see how many movies I watched this
Mhm.
year, and I watched 63, which I think is pretty good for
That
me.
is.
Um, I obviously don't watch as many movies as him, but he also I work 5 days a week and he
Yeah.
works 4, so he has a day off where he can watch stuff. I can't. Um, but for me, I do think I want to watch 100 movies this
Yeah.
year. So like half your goal. I feel like if you do it right, it's 2 movies a week, and that's
Yeah.
really not a bad goal to achieve, especially if you're trying to achieve 200 to
Yeah, I mean, that's
250.
at least 2
Then
for you.
yeah, then I can.
So,
Yeah, I think that's gonna be fairly easy. I mean, 63.
yeah.
That's only 40
Yeah,
off.
you were close.
Yeah. Um, and then I don't have really any other goals. I do think I think at least this year I want to knock some off the list where I'm like, oh, I need to watch
Yeah.
that. Oh, I should see that. Like some of the old movies that have been out for a while that
Mhm.
people rave about that I've never seen. Like even like Fight Club that we
Yeah.
talked about earlier. Things like that. I want to watch movies like that, and maybe movies by specific directors.
Yeah.
Again, like someone we already talked about, but Wes Anderson.
Yeah.
I have been thinking about him a lot recently because I do end up really liking his movies, like the ones we've seen. I loved Asteroid City. Obviously put
Phoenician
the
Scheme.
Phoenician Scheme on my honorable mentions. So
Mhm.
I want to watch some of his old stuff because I know I would like it. I have seen part of the Royal Tenenbaums,
Mhm.
and I enjoyed that movie, like the part that I watched. I
Yeah.
obviously didn't finish it. I want to watch his animated movies, Fantastic Mr. Fox,
I
things
haven't
like
seen that
that.
movie
I
in
haven't
a
seen
long
it.
time.
I haven't seen it ever. I'd like to see it.
Actually, I don't even
Um,
think I've seen the whole
yeah,
movie.
yeah. So I think those are my goals. Just watch more stuff and then watch more like of the old stuff that I
Mhm.
haven't seen.
That makes sense. I do. After you said that, I think Wes Anderson is probably a director I want to watch more. But
Mhm.
also, with One Battle After Another coming out, I do want to watch more PTA, more Paul Thomas Anderson.
Mhm.
There,
Yeah, I've
our
heard you
friend Malcolm,
mention. Yeah.
our friend Malcolm loves. He told me that he likes a lot of PTA's movies,
Mhm.
and I have gone through some of them and picked out the ones that I would think both of us or just I would like, and I do want to watch more of
Yeah.
his movies.
I think that's a huge thing. I don't really know anything else.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's it. We're just gonna. I don't even know. We'll see you guys.
We're gonna go watch a movie.
Maybe. I don't know how often we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Not like an every week thing. I don't think. At least for the first little bit, or
Yeah.
maybe an every week thing if we can
Mhm.
find the time.
Yeah.
On the weekends is normally when we have the most time, but
Yeah, we'll see.
we'll see.
Mhm.
We'll talk about different kinds of media. I have a couple of things, music, music, specific rankings like Spider-Man or
Yeah.
animated
Yeah.
movies, a weekly movie review of movies that we watch through the week, since we do want to
Yeah.
hit like our
Yeah.
certain goals and stuff like that. But
I think
it'll just be
yeah, and we'll also talk about some other media stuff.
yeah.
He kind of touched on it and I kind of touched on my background. I do have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in art, and
Mhm.
I'm a theater kid. So I do like to talk about art and theater and things like that as well.
Yeah.
And then I also read books. So
Book talk.
we could talk about books. He doesn't read as many as me, but
Yeah, I
we're
normally
going to work
listen.
on that.
Yeah.
And then another thing I think that I don't know if he'd be into it, but I collect toys.
Oh yeah, we
So
could talk about toys.
we could talk about stuff like that. Yeah.
Toys. Yeah.
I do think, yeah,
What?
there's a couple ideas that I have where I just want to explain the lore of certain toy companies to
Okay,
you. So
we can do that.
yeah, we'll try that
We
out.
can figure that out. But yeah, thanks.
Thanks for watching the dream sequence.